Hello everyone and welcome back to Studio IL. Today I want to show you how to animate the Wix app search bar. This is the final result and you can see as I focus it's expanded. Then I can search for whatever I have. Currently I have only one page, so this is the result that I'm getting. As I'm focusing out, it's shrink back, and of course it is also accessible. So as you can see, if I focus in using my keyboards, it's also expanded, and of course it will work also on mobile. So this is, for example, here I set a different width, so it will work on mobile also. So let's see how we can do it. It's super easy. All right, so first of all, to add the search bar, you need to go to menu and search, pick this tab and scroll all the way down. You will have search bar. So I'll drag this one into my header because I want my I want the site user to can search from the header from any page, and then I need to design it. So first of all, 16 pixels, it's fine for me. Let's change it to Wix made for, this is the official Wix font, text medium. This looks great, and let's make this icon a bit, I don't know, not 15 pixels. I'll show you why it's important. All right, and yes, of course I want to have the icon. I don't want the icon as a button. Of course it can work same way, but this is another click for search. I don't want it. And I'm removing the background color from the regular state and also from the hover state. I'll show you why. Basically it's because the background color will come from the wrapper container. We'll see it in a minute. Okay, so this is the hover state, this is the focus state. So the focus states I want to match to my brand, so let's change the background color to this brown. Great. And the corners, because the height of this one is 45 pixels, so I want something in the middle, so it's 45 divided by 2. But I mean, so maybe I'll show you why I'm doing it pretty precise, but for now let's put something like I don't know, 14 pixels, something like this. And of course I want to remove the border, so let's go to border. I'll choose none, and also to the hover, none, and the focus, none. Okay, great. So now what I need to do, I need to wrap it into a container. So let's add a container to my header, and let's change its background color to my brand brown, and I'll drag this one into my container. Let's align it top, left, top. Great. And I'll set the container width. Of course I am working with the advanced mode. You can apply it for these specific elements by clicking 3 dots and advanced mode, or by switching entirely the sizing preferences to set per element. All right, so this will be max content, okay, and it will have, I don't want a minimum of 300 pixels. It will be 45, so it will be kind of square, because this is my input height, it's 45, and this container height should be same as my input. So let's align let's give it a name. This is the search wrapper. All right, and this is the search bar. Great. So this will have, I don't know why any input that I selected, I get the number 2. All right, 45 minimum width, and let's align it to the center. Great. So now, why this wrapper is none? All right, 45. Why is this wrapper is still big? Is because of its content, which is this search bar, which is in pixels. So let's change it to be percentage, and I'll set, this is so weird, always to 100. All right, the second thing that I want to do, I want to select the container, the parent container, and add corners of like a big number. I would remove the scale proportion, I don't want it now. So now it's perfect circle. Of course you can do your own design, you can do something like 0 or 6, something like this, everything can work, but you will need to match the corners to the parent, same with the input itself, these corners. All right, so this is the design. So now we need to make sure that as we hover it or click on it, it will expand. All right, so we will use CSS to achieve it, but it's super small CSS. All right, so still I have always the number 2, I don't know why. All right, so to open your CSS, go to page code and global CSS, or you need to add it. So click the plus sign. Of course, you need to turn on dev mode. All right, so this is the CSS file, and our code is super simple. Why is this? Oh, it came. All right, so as you can see, I created a class named master search box. All right, this is our class, and what it holds. First, we are going to apply this class to the search parent container, this search wrapper. All right, so let's add it very quickly. Master search box. Great. So what it does, basically, first of all, I just want to show you that I add a class and everything is working as magic. So let's see. I'll refresh the live site, and as you can see, it's working like magic. All right, basically this is what you have to do. Okay, you need to copy the code, paste it right here, and add the class name to the search bar parent container. That's it. But it's important for you to understand what it does. So first of all, I'm setting the minimum width of the element to 45 pixels. So you can ask yourself, why do I have here in the CSS minimum width of 45 pixels, but also in the editor it's already exists here, right? So the reason is that I need to animate the minimum width using CSS, and I cannot actually animate width. So this is why I'm using the minimum width. Here I'm setting the transition, how much time this animation will take. So for example, if I put like 1.5, which is pretty much a lot, so the animation will be much slower, as you can see. So this is how you can control the timing of the animation. The Z index is important because sometimes you have like a long menu and it will overlap our search as we are expanding it. So this is why we are setting Z index to 1, so it will go above other elements. So the menu, for example, won't be above this search, and we cannot like type anything because we have the menu covering it. So this is why we are setting the Z index to 1. You can remove it to whatever you like. the second thing that we are doing is, by the way, if you want it to expand as you hover it and not as you click it, so you need to use this one. This is the class we choose, and we are setting what's happened when you hover it with the mouse in. All right, so exactly we are doing the same. The mean width will be 350 pixels. So for now, for this example, I will keep it, so this code will run. You can delete it if you don't want it to happen. So this is the important part. This is set basically for the master search box. As long as you have focus or any element inside you, which is this input, you need to keep the width, the minimum width of 350 pixels. If you will remove it, so probably the animation won't work as it should be. For example, it can expand, but as you select some element from here, it will collapse or something like this. So this is important line. And this one is for responsive. We can choose different behavior on tablet or different behavior on mobile. I choose to set different width for the input to be expand. So in tablet I choose 300 pixels instead of 350, and in mobile I choose different units. I choose 80%. Actually in mobile you don't need a hover because you don't have hover. It's basically tap, but to be on the safe side you can keep it. All right, so okay, let's publish it and see if it's working on the hover. So now I'll refresh it, and it's working also on the hover. We forgot to change back the duration, so let's go back and change it to 0.5, but you can also do 0.5, which will be exactly the same. All right, so this is great, but you said, okay, how can I use it on mobile, right? So I'm already done it in mobile, but for this example, let's delete it. Okay, let's do it from the beginning. So what you can do, you can simply go to this content, this search bar wrapper, and just copy it. Okay, remember this wrapper have the class. So let's open the menu, the hamburger menu, and I'll just paste it right here. So now what I need to do, I need to align it properly. Let's make it on the first row. Let's align it something like this, and okay, sorry, I just copy only the search. I need to copy the wrapper. So let's select the wrapper and copy. Now open and paste it right there. It will sit on the first row with 0 margin from all corners. All right, and basically that's it. I love how it looks, and also I'll go to mobile and make sure it looks good there. Of course I don't need, of course you can keep it here, but this is my design choice, so I don't want it to be on mobile, so I'll hide it. On mobile, sorry, on the header I want it to be on the hamburger menu. Same on tablet. Let's hide it. All right, let's publish the site to see the results. So in desktop I have two. All right, they are both working exactly the same. You can see that this is expanded from top, from the center, and this is expand from right to left, right? So I'll show you how to do it, but let's see what's happening on mobile. So on mobile, oh sorry, this is tablet. So now it's expand a bit less. It should be 300 pixels. Let's put some value so it will keep open. So it should be 300. Let's see if it's working as it should be. Sorry. Minimum. Yeah, as you can see, we have minimum of 300 pixels. This is working great. And in mobile, now it's I can see it. It should be 80%. So how can I know if it's 80% or not? A bit struggling to find it. Anyway, let's try to change the value and see if it's working. So instead of sorry, instead of, let's remove the hover. We don't need a hover. Instead of 80%, let's do 50%. Let's see if it's working. No, it's not working. So let's try to do 150 pixels. Or I can use VW. It was interesting to try it. Oh, wait. On hover, oh, of course, my mistake. Because it's taking the hover from here, we need to override it. So let's do 150 pixels for hover and 115 pixels for the focus within. And now it should work. So yeah, as you can see, this is now much smaller. Okay, as it getting more results, it will expand. This is fine. Okay, so now let's see how we can set the direction of the animation. So basically this is controlled by the docking. So if I'll dock it to the left, okay, so now it will expand to the right. Okay, let's see. As you can see, it's expand to the right. So before it was perfectly centered, just like this. And this one, it just docking the opposite direction. It's docked to the right. This is why it expand to the left. All right, so that's it. This is the tutorial. I'll share with you the CSS code. As you can see, it's super simple. You have a comment here. This code is for tablet. This code is for mobile. This is, of course, the desktop, the initial value, the default values. So play around with it and let me know if it's working for you. So until next time, keep building amazing sites on Wix Studio.